was raised in Manchester in England and had a very strict upbringing. And at 18, I entered a Franciscan monastery. And I stayed there until I was 21, just before my 21st birthday. And like the good Catholic I was, I got married at 22, because as everybody knows, in those days, if you have sex, you better have a ring on your finger and a date in the calendar, or no sex at all. And so I very rapidly did the right thing. And 5 years later, we had our 2 children. And 8 years later, we emigrated to America from Scotland and all its terrible weather. So here we are in California. And it turns out the only thing that my husband and I ever really fought over was sexuality. Our children were raised, and I decided I would take a look at this topic that had been such a sore spot for us. And I went to San Francisco to the Institute for Advanced Study of Human Sexuality. And I took a master's course in human sexuality. Now, at this time, I had been an RN. I was an SRN in England, and then I challenged the boards in California. So I had been a nurse for over 25 years. But when I did this weekend workshop at the Institute, it totally, completely blew my mind. I usually start actually with my trusty penis, because it really gets people's attention when I say, listen up, everybody. You know, this can be a weapon of total pain and anguish, or it can be a pleasure. But this right now is what we are. We don't want this. These 2 things now are for a different kind of pleasure. And so, but I generally keep my penis close to hand to kind of draw people back in, and remind them that you can have fun with this. And at this point, I want to introduce my book, because there's in this. These are actually Masters and Johnsons, so these exercises are very old, but they're tried and true and passed on from a very good friend of mine. And these are sensate focus exercises. So they're asexual. And I use these a lot with people who are married even, and have just, they've probably arranged marriages or highly religiously focused marriages, that they're so confused by their sex lives because there's no pleasure in it. It's just fearful. So I get them started on exercises like this, sensate focus, and it really takes all the pressure, the agenda-driven sex out of there. They learn how to touch each other and become familiar with each other through starting with eye gazing. It's one of the most difficult things to do for people. It's so intimate that they can't hold each other's gaze. So, and then hair caressing. Like I say, you can do it to your children and they love it. And so do a lot of people. They love having their hair combed or brushed. And then moving on to a foot caress. If you've never had a foot caress, I can understand why people can orgasm through their toes. It's unbelievable. And face caress. This really opens up a lot of emotions for people who haven't really connected. It's a beautiful exercise. And it moves on to bathing. So now they're naked in the bath, but it's bathing without any sexual attention being given to the sex organs, or breasts and genitalia. And particularly, this is a beautiful one for women who have had breast cancer, to have moved through these asexual exercises. To come to the bathing exercise is often one of the greatest challenges, because they've spent so much time covering up. And we encourage them to wear nice lingerie and to feel pretty and beautiful. But the great transition back into really open celebration of our bodies is to be exposed, scars and all. And so we go very slowly to this point and don't rush it at all. But when they get to this and they can do it, it's a massive turning point for them. And then moving on to a body caress. This is when things really move into a beautiful place. And still, it's not sexual, but it can, if in the end, it says, if sexual arousal takes place, partners may elect to pleasure each other, enjoy self-pleasure, or simply enjoy the presence of such vital feelings. But penile vaginal intercourse is banned following this caress.